right, looks like I finally got this to work. I was having a little trouble with streaming both Twitch and YouTube, and I couldn't get it to work on Streamlabs. So I'm just going to use the Twitch app and stream from there. So I will just push the video over to YouTube after, like I've been doing before. So let's get started. If you are watching this on YouTube, welcome. Thank you for joining my stream. Appreciate it. I'm still making just some tiny adjustments to the cameras so I can get as much as the screen as possible. Once I have it set up, I should just not touch it anymore. Everything was good last night, and then I had to mess with it today, and I changed everything. Okay, that's my problem. I'm never happy about kind of, if I have something going, always have to keep tweaking. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I just want to be close enough so that I can get enough detail and also enough of the table to see what I'm doing. So again, thanks for joining me. I am working on the XV-01 Tamiya Lancia Delta Kit. And last night we got pretty far. Last night we got to step 17. We put together the, we attached the motor to the gearbox, and then we put everything onto the chassis. We also built the steering assembly. So we did two very important things. Hey, Sandwich, good to see you. As always, I subscribed to Streamlabs for $20, $19 a month. And I thought by doing that, I would be able to stream on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, which I'm supposed to. On the iPhone, it supports it, but somehow I couldn't get it to work. Neither stream would start, so I just abandoned that idea and just came back to Twitch, and then we'll figure it out another time. All right, so today we're going to work on step 18, and we're going to be starting with bag B. All right. Okay, these are for the dampers, obviously. There's a couple drive cups over there. Some rod ends. That's probably for the front arms, and those are the dog bones and stuff. Okay. All right, so what are we doing? Something similar to what we did last night. We're going to be putting on the suspension mounts first. So let's work on getting these parts, JJ2, and that piece is NN10. And I think we're going to need two of those NN10s. And there's one. There's the other one. And then the other part is going to be these two right there. So let me grab, this is 2 and this is 1. So 2 is on this side. And this one's on this side. So there we go. And it's going to be similar to something we did last night. Oh, and then there's one behind it. I wonder if that's going to be harder to do. No, looks about the same. So let's do this first. So that's going to go into those two holes right there. A little bit awkward right now because the back is so heavy. See how heavy that is? Kind of cantilevers. But anyway, let's find those screws. BA3, very common short screws. Should be in the bag with all the flathead screws as well, so it's probably going to be this one. From my experience with the front last night, I think those would be the correct screws. Hello everybody that's watching, thanks for joining me. I wonder if it counts myself as one of the viewers. Do I have 3 people watching right now or just 2? I know Sandwich is one of them. And I'm curious if there are really 2 other people watching my stream. So here we go. Let's put those in there. So let me get just one in there and the rest would be easier. So there we go. Let's do the second one. I choose this one right here. Alrighty. I think ultimately I just have to buy a good webcam. I think that is pretty much all I need to do, and stream off of the computer. I think ultimately that's what's going to give me success. But until I can figure that out, we'll just keep the course, what we're doing right now, stream on Twitch, and then push the video afterwards to YouTube. All right. Let's try this side. See. I'm hoping to get through all the way to the electronics today. I think we can do it. It's not that much. Certainly is not as much as last night. I think I'd like to stop before we start the electronics tonight, because it won't make any sense to start it and then not do much with it. So a couple things. We need to first put a nut in there first. Then we'll kind of lock it in place with that NN14. And so let's find the nut first. It's going to be a lock nut. It's probably going to be these silver ones. When it says lock nut, that means there's a kind of a rubber seal on one end. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty much, camera's on this side. It's pretty much the same as the wheel nuts. So let me drop that in here. And then let's grab NN14. Hey everybody watching the stream, welcome. NN14 is going to be that one right there. Okay, and this faces down to push the nut in, and then I just need one of these screws, BA3s. Yeah, I've been using so many of these I kind of recognize them by now. Every Tamiya kit has that one screw that is used over and over again. Okay. So is it only this side? Oh, it's here and here. Okay. All right. Let's put that in there. Grab the other NN14, which is that one. And okay, doesn't want to line up. Let's push this down. Okay. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a good day. I hope everybody has some exciting plans this weekend. Maybe you're going off to vacation. Maybe you're doing a staycation or just driving to visit relatives. Whatever it is, hope you guys have a good time and take your RC cars with you. I've taken RC cars to the zoo. I took it to San Diego Zoo. I didn't drive it. I just had it and I took some pictures of it. It was my Element RC crawler. Very photogenic. I sold it already. A very photogenic truck, and I just took it. I took it to Animal Park and everything. It was fun. It was pretty heavy, but it was fun to have that with me the whole time. Okay, so we have the nut. We have it covered on both sides, and we have both the suspension mounts on. So I think we're done with step 18. Let's move on to step 19. 19, we're going to be attaching the rear arms, which I already cut last night. Fixed my... I'm glad you fixed it. Are you running it like outside your house or in your yard or something? You get to run it around. Isn't it hot? You want to go outside. I mean, if you you can stand the heat, sure, it's fun. But I just think it's just way too hot. Even it was only in the high 80s today. As I posted a little video. Okay, I will. I haven't been on the Discord server. I'm sure you've noticed. I think we talked about this last time. It's just there's just too much nonsense on that server. So I have a Discord server. I just haven't really done anything with it yet. And I think when I do get around to it, I will just keep it all Tamiya for now. I may even want to just keep it to TT02s in the beginning, to be honest. I think I have enough knowledge about that chassis to, you know, bring something to the table and help people with. I don't want it to just become another RC Discord server, because there's already enough. There's even a Tamiya Discord server, but I think that includes like models and stuff too. It's not Tamiya RC only, so definitely going to be a little bit more specialized than what's already out there. Custom cooling stock wrestlers, 2776. Still Mac. Oh, nice. Oh, you said you made a 3D printed shroud, right? Or a fan mount? I forgot what you said. Was it a shroud or a fan mount? It's going to be the innermost hole on this side. It's this side. Okay. Intake shroud sucks in there directly into the motor. Nice. That's cool. I'm sure you have a picture on Discord, right? So if you're just joining us, I am building the Tamiya XV-01 Lancia Delta. This is a rally chassis, and it is a lot more sophisticated than in TT02. Actually, probably, I'd say this is right up there with the TC01, the Formula E kit. I think it's even more sophisticated than that. I mean, with the belt drive and everything. It's definitely... in terms of getting something that's of a challenge for your money, this is definitely that. I don't know why you would put on a screw before you put on the pin, but I will just follow the instructions and put this screw in. Alright. I'm talking about that screw right there. Usually there's a pin here, and you would use this screw to lock in the pin, but there's no pin there yet, so I'm not sure what we're doing. But we'll follow instructions. here. So I was looking at the box today, on this box, and I noticed there is a slipper clutch for this car. Do you think I should get it? It's basically a, I think it's a spur gear with a slipper clutch. I think it'll be interesting. I do have to buy it from Asia. I forgot it was Hong Kong or Japan. I forgot. But it is sourced overseas. I have to pay like $6 shipping or something, which is not a big deal. So altogether, it's only like 27, 28, maybe 30 plus tax. And the other thing that exists for this car are the anti-roll bars, the sway bars. I noticed that it can accept roll bars last night, and then I found it this morning. Actually, just before we started the stream. NN2 on both sides and NN23. 22 would be these two. So, 23 were there, so it's going to be on this tree. So it's going to be these two right here. And then M2, I used ones on that tree already. So it's going to be these four. Did you figure out what kit you're going to build next yet? I think you took off last night again. I don't know if it was your daughter that needed you or whatnot. You said you haven't thought of anything yet, and then you kind of disappeared. So I just figured you got called by your daughter again. Which is a joy in life. Hey, Mr. RC, how are you? Last night I got pretty far. I got to step 17. Now I'm on 18. And I should get all the way through up to the electronics tonight. How was your stream? I had it on. I was still working at the time. I kind of had it on, and I see... You have a lot. You have great interaction with your viewers. I noticed there's a lot of people very actively chatting. That's great. It was a great stream. Are you done with the TTO2? And I think we did everything up here. I think now we need to reversible suspension. Check the positions of BB8 carefully. BB8. Oh, they're in the same spot on both. Okay, so need to find JJ3 and NN25. NN25 should be that. Ah, that's okay. Nothing more precious than children, man. A daughter needs their dad. A lot of society's problem are from those that did not grow up with dads. You serve an important role in society, my friend. Got the steering angle figure. Yeah, I noticed the TT-02 kit you were building had a lot of hop-ups on it. You had a lot of aluminum parts. You have the adjustable upper arms, pretty much all aluminum suspension parts. Are those Tamiya parts, or was that another kit that you found that you have on there? ESC, solder pneumatic connector, plug-in. Yeah, okay, easy stuff. Dialed some of the suspension. Yeah, I got the steering angle. Great. I'll go back and check the video. Okay, cool. Yeah, I noticed the propeller shaft, aluminum one, was Tamiya. I saw the Tamiya logo on it. And then some other parts look like not. I don't think it's the Racing kit, but there was another kit that's pretty popular TT-02 kit. It's pretty cool. Got quite a project going there. I spent way too much money on the TT-02RR, and it didn't do much to the car, so I said never again. I'm not putting money into a TT-02 ever again. I will just buy new kits. Doesn't mean I don't love the chassis, just kind of have to know its limits. It's the bread and butter, pretty much bread and butter of my channel. It also has a lot of weaknesses. Red has a Tamiya part set that I want, but they're asking. Oh, what is it? Which car is it for? Not lining up. Oh, it's the plate that's not lining up. Oh, that's inconvenient. Okay. Let's see how we do now. Yeah. It doesn't want to sit. Okay, feel it biting now. Good. There we go. Run their stuff. So it's easy to run their stuff. Yeah. Base car, then buy what you want for upgrades. TT-02. Steering upgrade kit. Oh, okay. All the steering, it's like $70 day one. That's probably because it's the only one in North America. You know, I have the one from Racing. It's pretty decent as well. Maybe that's an alternative. Oh, but you want everything to me. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I have the Racing one on the TT-02RR. Yeah, that car has everything. That car has everything. Oh, they have 3. Wow. I don't know. They have... He knows what he has. Am I right? Don't try to lowball me. I know what I have. Driving streams? No, not yet. I don't drive that much to begin with. I mostly just build kits, one after the other. I probably have the last 5 kits, probably no, last like 10 kits, I want to say. I have never driven any of them. No, that's not true. I drove one of the rally cars. I drove the MF-01, the Ford Escort. I drove that. But other than that, I usually just keep building. But I have a stream playing VRC Pro. That game is just unfortunate. It's fun, but unfortunately everything is just too old. It's never been updated, and the cars just isn't fun. If you can't drive like a B74 or 22X, it's just not fun. It's you're driving cars that are like 7 years old. 2015 was the last time they updated it. So yeah, I kind of abandoned that idea. But yeah, I saw your first. There's one stream. I don't know if it's your very first stream, but the earliest stream that's still on your Twitch channel was a driving. That was pretty cool. Did you have it POV on the car? I didn't really get a chance to watch it too much. Oh, drift stream would be cool. Yeah, for sure. Drift is very popular. My one little short video of a couple drift cars grew my channel exponentially, so I have RC Drift to thank for that. It just kind of caught fire. I think I got everything here. I think even through talking with you guys, I still got everything. So I put those together, put the arms on, and I put the front mount on. Got both screws in. So time to move on to step 20. Okay, cool. So the camera was it a phone? How did you get it to stream? Let's see, E1. So I think they are in a little bag by itself. Yeah, they're in this little bag. Phone and a dash mount. Okay. I can visualize that. What kind of car was it? I didn't pay attention. It has to be a pretty decent sized car, right? I know it was an off-road car. JKU. Oh, is that a 1-to-1? Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you were talking about an RC car. I don't have to ask you. I'm sure you love your car. My lease for the Grand Cherokee is coming up. And I'm kind of in a conundrum. I like the new Grand Cherokee, but every dealer is asking for a premium for it. I would love to be able to afford a Wagoneer instead, but I can't, and I probably won't even fit in my garage. Then the other option was obviously the Bronco. But talking about premium, charging an arm and a leg for the Bronco right now. So I have maybe a month and a half to decide. Rock crawling, so it's pretty built up. Nice. That was full size. Yeah. Yeah, I got that from the 2018 JKU. That's pretty specific. Let's see. So NN27, both sides. Yeah, that's why I said I'm sure you love your car, because everybody loves their Rubicons. Who wouldn't? When I got the Grand Cherokee, I was trying to negotiate a, I think it was a Sport S, I don't remember. But they just would not come down in price at all. Not even a penny. They would not lower my payment by like $20, something like that. I forgot what it was. So I abandoned that and I went to the Grand Cherokee. And that's okay. The Grand Cherokee is bigger. No, it's a family hauler. I run over the occasional curb and parking lot stump once in a while for fun. But that's about it. I wanted to when I first got it, actually before the pandemic started, I was looking at a 88, 89 Cherokee. All lifted and everything. I was just about to buy it. And then I went to the off-road store and just asked a couple questions and decided against it. I may have been inheriting a bunch of problems. So I'm glad I talked to those guys. And I don't fix cars or anything. I don't have a single mechanical tool. I've never changed the oil in my car, so it would have been quite a nightmare for me. And found the same thing as you. Yeah, it's a great car. I've seen it on the street. It looks great. I've had two Grand Cherokees, 2013 and then this past one. I'm a Mopar guy, I think you are as well. I had a Challenger. So I want to stay in Mopar, but it is just a little ridiculous. And where I am, oh, I have to cut these in half. I have to cut this foam in half. And I have never been able to do this successfully. With myself, which saves a lot of money. Oh, that's cool. Tell you right. Yeah, I think I have a cousin that has that. I'm sure it's a beautiful car inside and it's a good value. I've heard lots of great things about it. But I want to stay with Mopar unless, you know. I was even looking at a Ford Explorer. You know, I was open to pretty much anything. Well, I still am because I haven't done anything yet. The new Pathfinders look pretty nice. There's always the Taco. The Tacos are also expensive. I just don't know what's going to happen when my lease is over. I hope I can just keep leasing it month to month and wait it out till winter. But I don't know. If they make me sign another year lease, I may just abandon ship. Because registration is $500, right? 96. Oh yeah, that's a cool one. If you find one, you should really pick one up. That's a cool car. That's a cool truck. So I figured the registration is $500. I probably need new brakes and new tires. That's probably another $1,000, maybe another $500. So that's at least $1,000 right there, just to keep the car. So why not just negotiate a new lease? Maybe put $2,000, $3,000 down and get a whole new car. Start the clock running again. Get a brand new clock. Yes, we live in Southern California. Doesn't lease take care of maintenance? No. Maybe Toyotas, but not the Jeep that I have. I would have to pay for it in advance, which doesn't make sense. Anyway, I stopped going to the dealership because, not because they were bad or too expensive or anything. They have a very small, it's kind of a weird dealership. It's the one in Ontario. So they have a huge lot. They have lots of cars. But they have a tiny service department. So literally, they don't make appointments for oil change. You have to just walk in, and sometimes it's a 6-hour wait. So it's a little ridiculous. The problem is all the dealerships around here are crap. That's the best one. I think the one at Huntington Beach is pretty big. They have lots of cars. But that's pretty far from me. Oh, jeez. Oh, you're in Wisconsin. Cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's the cost of living in California. At least we don't live in Northern California. Those people are ridiculous. BB2. NorCal people don't like SoCal people, and vice versa. It's just two different... It's just totally different. I can't even... I mean, it's a bizarre thing how we can just be separated by several hundred miles and be so different. Sandwich, have you been to Northern California, Bay Area? I'm sure you have. When I was younger, I drove up to Berkeley, visit friends and stuff. But now you can't pay me to go to San Francisco. I've already seen all of the attractions. I've been to Fisherman's Wharf and Embarcadero, drove back and forth on the bridge, this and that. I've done everything. Chinatown, everything. So I don't need to go back up there. I just hope one day nobody comes from overseas and says, hey, let's go to San Francisco. I'll be like, nope. No, thank you. Okay, now I need to find a longer one. I think that's the one. That is BD1. I'm kind of doing this on cruise control right now. I hope I don't make any mistakes. Late September. Oops. Oh, how long is that drive? Is that like 8 hours nonstop or longer? I have no sense of how long it takes to drive anywhere. I know Vegas is about 4 to 8, depending if you run into a car accident or not. When that road shuts down, it's like a 3-hour ordeal. And you gotta go pee in the bushes. I peed in the bushes on the way to Vegas more than once. 14 to... Wow. No, thank you. I'd rather fly. I know that's not... Maybe for whatever reason it's not an option, but I would rather fly. Won't fit. I'm going to need to hold this. Hey, Miss RC, good to see you again. I will catch you on your next stream. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. You have a good night. So this way, got the ball stud, and I need one of these foam things. Probably gotta run a car though. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. And rental cars are expensive right now. Fortunately, I don't have anywhere to go. I used to travel for work more than I do now. Now just everything is just leisure. And I really like going to San Diego. It's like an easy 2-hour drive. I'd like, you know, it's just far enough, but also close enough to come home, you know, on a Sunday afternoon, come home and not stress too much. That's why I like going to San Diego. Still, I've been there several times, and I still have things I haven't done. I have not done the Balboa Park. I haven't been to all the museums yet. I've seen pretty much everything else, including the Midway and all that. I've rented boats. I've ridden in the Seal. I think it's called the Seal. I've never been to Oregon. I'm sure it's beautiful up there. I'm sure it is kind of nature paradise. Bend, Oregon. The girlfriend, huh? Did you know she was the hiking kind when you first met her? And did you pretend to like hiking just so you can be with her? And now you regret it? That happens. Hiking is a recent thing. Oh, okay. Well, it's healthy. I mean, it's not bad for you. It's not, unless you fall off a cliff, it's not dangerous. You think she'll let you bring a crawler on trail and kind of drive it along as you guys hike? Because I've done that before. I didn't hike that far. I only hiked maybe a mile into the trail, and I was just crawling the whole time. That was fun. And she wants to go on the easy hike. Hey. It's a pause. She's a positive influence, at least. You know, she's not asking you to day drink on a weekday. So it's just how you look at it. I'm sure you're more physically fit because of it. 5 in the morning is a little early. All right, so I think through all that talking, I still managed to get this done. So I cut that red sponge thing in half. One for each of the drive cups. And I put on this ball stud. And this, put this all together and put the axle through and the bearing inside. So we're done with step 20. She's a ruiner. Well, you're probably not going to die of heart disease. How about that? You're going to have a healthy heart. You're going to be physically fit. And that's 2 years. Oh, it's the belt already. Wow. Here we go. You should look up to see if there's any RC events on the weekends, and then take her and make her sit there and watch you crawl for 6 hours, you know. Make her walk along with you. And then, you know, you can get a little bit of payback that way. I think Crazy Crawlers puts on these crawling events all the time. I joined one before the pandemic. It was kind of fun. It was actually behind Tony's. No issue doing my RC reptile stuff. Oh, that's good. Hey, got a good woman there. And she's not trying to ruin your life. She's just trying to get you healthy. Alright, so I think I need to loop this first. And I think that's a tensioner, so I think I need to go over that and then set that down and in. And I know it locks right here, so let's see. This should sit. There we go. And now, oh, I was wrong. This goes under this wheel. There we go. It goes under this wheel. The tension's on the way down, not up. What kind of reptile stuff is there to do? I know sometimes I see like there's a reptile show in like convention center or anything. Is that kind of like a reptile thing? Or is there like something else? Like car meets? Everybody brings their snakes and stuff. So BC1's the short one. So let me grab 4 the short. Okay, there's only one long one and 4 short ones. So let's distinguish which is which. So that's probably the long one right here. Okay, so I need 4 of those. And I count 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I imagine the 5th one is this one right here. That one right there. So let's put that in there. And then put these 4 on. Hey everybody that's watching, I am building the Tamiya XV-01 Lancia Delta. Welcome to my stream. If you're new, I am a fairly new streamer and I build RC car kits live. I plan on building all Tamiya kits for the remainder of the year. And then we'll see what I want to do next year. So this one is pretty challenging. It's probably going to take me 2 weeks to finish this. You know what? I should get started on the body. Oh, you know what I should do? Okay, after I do this, I need to start the dampers. I need to skip these 2 and go to dampers because I need to fill them with oil. There's only fixed because she stopped by the hobby. No way. You have a girl that would go to the hobby store for you? Nice. You need to wife her up. That's wife material right there. Just for that. Yeah, I'm cheating with the electric screwdriver because I want the stream to move along. I don't want the stream to be unnecessarily long. I feel like last night the stream went crazy long. So if you're new to my stream, feel free to follow, subscribe, turn on notification, check out all my other socials, including Instagram and YouTube. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel, and my previous streams are permanently archived on YouTube as well. So if you want to see what I've done in the last couple of weeks, which kit I've built, which I built 4 kits, I think. 3 kits. Go check it out. I feel like there's 4, but yeah. Okay, so that's that. That's step 21. Yeah, pretty cool. Already tensioned the belt. That's quite a jump. Okay, I'm gonna put that aside. And I'm going to start here. And the reason is, if you're watching at home, we need to fill the dampers with oil, and it takes about 20 minutes for the oil to, for all the bubbles to escape the damper oil in the cylinder. So I'm going to start on that first, and then go back to doing these 2, and by the time I'm done, I believe the dampers will be ready. So I have this handy dandy shock holder, damper holder. I love this thing. It's by ProTek. I'm not sure if Amazon have this. I bought this on AMain, but I'll leave a link in the description regardless. Whatever, if it's an AMain link or an Amazon link, I'll put this on there. So let's see. I am going to, let me set these screws aside. I know we've got some smaller parts coming. We're gonna need those. So, okay, I'll leave those. I'll take these away. Going to need the springs. We're gonna need these. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's see, Q3. So we need to build, all 4 of them are the same. That's good. Okay, so I believe these 2 bags have all the parts we need. A sandwich I streamed for 2 hours and 40 minutes last night, 38 minutes, something like that. I just kept going and going and going because I wanted to finish at a certain step. Otherwise, it wouldn't have made sense in the archive. That's kind of, when I push these over to YouTube, it won't make sense if I just stop in the middle. So I had to keep going up to a certain point before I could stop. So I'm really liking this 9 o'clock hour. I get a little jump start, and I'm not as tired by the time the stream is over. And if I need to go overtime, like I did last 2 nights, It's not as big a deal. I don't want to go past midnight because that's just too much for me. Next week, during the day, I have a lot of free time. I might start streaming during the day. I mean, looking at Mr. RC stream today, it's very promising. There's quite a few people watching his stream, and daytime is definitely a great time to stream this kind of content. So I'm going to, it'll probably be only for 1 week because I'm only going to have free time next week. I have some responsibilities that I can I get a break from for 1 whole week, so that leaves me free during the day and I can stream. So we put a couple dabs of oil in on the rubber O-rings. Alternatively, if you have them, you can use the Team Associated green slime as well. I normally use that, but I want to build everything according to the manual. You know, usually anything that has an O-ring with the rubber, I like the green slime. As a matter of fact, if I was building this, if this was not a Tamiya kit, and even if the manual didn't ask for it, I would have greased everything on the way. The whole step, all the bearings, and I have bearing oil. That's what I would have greased it with. Okay, let's grab this piece right here, Q1. I gotta do this 4 times. Hey, if you are a Tamiya fan, Tamiya RC fan, let me know in the chat what you're building, so I can get a sense where everybody is. I'm always interested. Like Mr. RC, who joined us earlier, is building a TTO2 and converting it to drift. Very cool project. Sandwich here just finished a TTO2 Subaru Monte Carlo. Very cool kit. Paint job, decals, looks awesome. Did a really good job. Have you found an interior yet for the WRX? I know you talked about it, because I'd be interested, because I really should have tinted those windows. Okay, so I'm going to use the 2-hole piston because that's what it's calling for right now. So this is 8, 9, and 10. So it's the one with the 2 holes. Oh, I hope I cut that. Okay, yep, there, discontinue and console. Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. What are we talking about? What's discontinued? I have the recall of a goldfish sometimes, so I don't know exactly what I said. I'm sure I asked you something. Oh, interior. Right. Cost a lot. You know, when does things get discontinued? Doesn't make any sense to me. Obviously, people are still building this kit. I think it's just a ploy to sell more kits quicker. Helps the hobby shops and retailers. Okay. And these are, I believe they're the same on both sides, so I don't think we need to worry about which side is which. I think the bigger concern is the flying eclipse. So we need one on top of the piston and one below. And I like to do the one below first to hold it, the piston, and then it's a little bit easier for me to put on the top E-clip when I do it this way. I always like to put my thumb over this when I do it, just in case it goes flying. So there you go. Should look like that. This isn't my first damper, obviously. I mean, I've done this. You probably, if you've watched my channel, you probably see me do this 100 times. Again, I skipped a couple steps and jumped right to the dampers so I can get these filled and come back to them after the bubbles have escaped. So that's why we jumped ahead. Now we need V1. V1 is going to be the shorter one right here. Hey, Sandwich, let me ask you. If you were going to put a hop-up on this car, what would you put in first? And I'll give you three choices. The slipper, the sway bars, or aluminum shocks. What would you pick? Assuming they're all around the same price and all available. So take that out of the equation. It's just, what do you think will make the most difference in your experience? I know what I would do. Sway bar, slipper, and what did I say? Oh, dampers. Slipper, sway bar, and aluminum dampers. So those are the three. Okay, there's one. So this holder, let's see. I want to put this where you guys can see it. So let me put that right there. And I'll fill them up all together. Slipper will make the most noticeable difference. Like, yeah. Especially since these are already oil filled. That's a good choice. I really do think that's a good choice. Especially on, loose packed dirt, on a track or whatever. I think a slipper will make a big difference. But I have this thing for sway bars, and that's what I would pick first. But it's not. It's really kind of a vanity choice more than a functional choice. I think the slipper would be a great great choice. Alrighty. Okay. There we go. Now it's just basically repeating the process. So let me just knock these out real quick. Let's see. I really like how just building up to this point, I noticed this car is going to be, there's a lot of parts that are adjustable, so that's gives me a lot of hope that this car can be tuned to be something special. I was even thinking about putting the 10.5 turn brushless in this car. I think it can handle it. This car is so beefy everywhere. I think if one of the cars that I have can handle it, I think it's this one. Belt driven. You know, I think maybe a 13.5 would have been better, but you know, I think it can handle it. Camber gauge for my wrestler. Yeah, the camber gauges are cheap. The RPM one, the plastic one, the one that looks like a protractor or whatever it's called, compass. I mean, whatever that thing is called. I have one of those. Those are pretty inexpensive. Camber gauge. Oh, I also have an aluminum one from, I don't know, Hobby Star or something like that. Actually, last year, I bought a whole Hootie setup kit used from Rev. Somebody was selling it, and I just picked it up. It was like 150 bucks for a set of Hootie complete. Well, it wasn't complete. He took the quick setup. He kept the, not him, the seller kept the quick setup thing, which was something that I really wanted, but I didn't notice until after I bought it. I still would have bought it, but you know, that's the one and only Hootie thing I own. I have like 90-gallon tub for RC part. I understand that feeling. I understand. I think all of us have a 90. All of us serious RC guys have a 90-gallon tub. Actually, I don't have one 90-gallon tub. I think I have 20 of these, though. I don't know how many quarts these are. I got it at Target. I have probably 20 of these. And they are 5.6 liters, 6 quart. Oh, yeah, 6 quart tow gauge. Yeah, I have one of those too. The RPM one isn't that great. The tow gauge, it's plasticky. It just doesn't work that well. Why don't you just get a whole setup board and everything? Those are worthwhile. I enjoy it. I enjoy it, but I don't know how if there's one that's big enough for a Traxxas. Well, it should be. If it's big enough for an 8th scale, it should be big enough. My set is on road and it's 10th and 12th scale. So I'm all set for tuning those kind of cars. And I haven't done off-road racing in a long time, so I don't really need it. Okay, So let's grab these. Let's grab these guys off of trees. Let's see. Add a speed run timer. Okay. I still have a lot to learn when it comes to streaming. I watch a lot of streams, and I think the marketing of your stream and all the gadgets and gimmicks that you can do to make your stream more interactive. I need help with that, because you know, I am more of a, I don't know if it comes across more of a straight shooter. I don't like the bullshit. I don't like to talk about nonsense and have confetti on the screen and stuff like that. I'm not that guy. I am not that guy. Okay, so that, and then, oh, I need to cut out all of these ones as well. Crap on screen, you can't see the stream. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be, I like streams that are 100%, like no graphics. Kind of like what I have going on. But my no graphics is the result of not being able to get things to work the way I want them to work. Not because I don't want them. I mean, when we had the chat on screen, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. But I don't want the sub counter or fundraising goal or a face cam and all that stuff. I don't, you know, I'm here to show you how to build a kit. And that's what I'm going to deliver. Yeah, no, I'm not that guy. I am definitely not that guy. And I hope I don't have to be that guy to be successful on on Twitch. I'd rather be consistent and do the same things and just get a following based on what I want to do, not what people want to see. I don't know if that makes sense. I thought that was a nutcracker. Oh yeah, it's just needle nose ply. This one comes in really handy. I forgot where I got this. Probably on Amazon, but who knows? Oops. I'm looking forward to streaming during the day. I won't be so tired. I may even be able to stream longer than 2 hours. But I really want to get things settled down so I can stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. For the shaft. Oh no, the tool. The shaft. The other tool. Oh, yeah, it is shaft pliers. Everybody should have one of these. Helps a lot. You know what? I think the next time I have snow crab, I should just bust this out. I think it'll work for I think it'll work for crab. Now that you mention it. Yeah, I always have to like snap it by hand or bite on it. I'd rather have a pair of pliers. You don't know, should get some. Yeah, these are very inexpensive. I think they're like less than $10. I don't know if you noticed, a lot of things in my drop list are going on sale. A lot of things on sale because it's Prime Day. Yeah. I had to buy some stuff today, and it seemed like everything I bought was cheaper than it normally is. Unless they raised the price right before Prime Day and then they lower it back down for Prime Day. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows when gas will be $4 again? We may never know. Very cool. Thing is going without a hitch today. Going smoothly. And the next thing I'm going to do is fill up those dampers with oil. So let me bring that over here and show you what that's like. So there's still plenty of oil left. I need to bring it a little closer so I can see. So just keep going until it reaches the top. Okay. Whoa, I think maybe a little bit too full on that one. We shall see. Okay. Let's see. This last one. Oh, I definitely overfilled that one. Uh-oh. That one I definitely overfilled. Let me just take a dab off now. Before. Okay. Now, going to give these a few short strokes to push the air bubbles out. Okay. This one. we're almost done. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop at 26. So after I do this right here, I'm gonna go back to finishing up the front end. Then I'll come back and complete the dampers. And then we just have to mount them onto the car and we're done for today. Okay. All right. Those are ready to be set aside and allow me to continue with the build. So I'm going to set these over here, and by the time I catch up to this step, hopefully 20 minutes would have elapsed. So back to here. And so we're back to building turnbuckles. Let me put all of the damper parts on this side. And so the shafts are here. There's only 2 of them. And where are the rod ends? Right here. So I'm going to need all 4. Okay, so we have let's grab these rod ends and let's see. There's one side that doesn't have any thread all the way to the screw, to the center point, and that side is going to be righty-tighty, and the opposite side is going to be lefty-tighty. So let me demonstrate. So this side, in order to screw this rod end on, I need to turn it counterclockwise. Yikes. And just double check that. Yep. I am not doing it the wrong direction. I just need to get it to line up. Okay, well, let's try the other side first. See if I'm having trouble on both sides. I am having trouble on both sides. So just to be inquisitive, let me try clockwise. Okay, so it looks like this. Oh, you know what? I looked at it wrong. Okay, so the side with the thread ending here is the side that is lefty tighty. So here we go. I was wondering why one side doesn't work is normally both sides doesn't work. Means I did something wrong. So again, this side I'm going to turn counterclockwise. Let me lower this a little bit. And then I'll bust out the calipers and try to get the gap between the two rod ends to be 5 millimeters. Okay. I should get some. Okay, maybe a couple more turns. Let's give that a shot. Let's see where we are. This set of caliper comes in a case. I don't even use it anymore. So I'm at 6 millimeters, so I need to make several turns more. So let's go 1 full turn on this side and 1 full turn on this side. And let's see where we are. Okay. Let's see, we're at 5. We are at 5. So I'll just turn this. I'll just turn it like that. And that should still be very close to 5. Yep. Okay, so this one will be the right side. Meanwhile, the air bubbles are escaping. I think it was Mr. RC that said, oh, no, actually it was you. I think it was you, Sandwich, that said this is kind of like therapeutic, ASMR kind of. And I agree with you. At least it's relaxing for me. I mean, there's never a time when I feel anxiety. Well, that's not true. I feel anxiety when I have to paint something. We are just going to finish up these turnbuckles and move on to step 23 and then catch back up and finish the dampers. So let's keep moving. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to be too wide. This is probably still 6. 5.5, and I need it exactly like this. So let me just turn this another 180 degrees. No, 360 degrees. A full revolution. Let's see. 4.89. So let me back up. Let me back this up like half. And then I will work this side. Okay, let's see. 5.2, perfect. I'll just leave it at that. All right. Now we need to put that together. Bring the chassis back in here. Just like last night. We need to kind of put everything in place first. So I'm going to do this first. I am going to put the shaft through this NN19, through the hub, and then onto the other side. So NN19. And I'm sure I'm going to need 2 of them. So that's NN19 right there, and I'm going to cut one from each tree. There's one. Tow gauge besides RPM. Have you tried Hootie? Oh, then you might have to buy the whole setup thing. Yeah. I don't think there's this like an individual gauge besides RPM. But yeah, the RPM one isn't that good. Let's see. So let's put the pin in. Let's grab those hubs. I have them right here. The screw side. The screw side is this way. So this one's on this side. And I need those pins right here. Don't need these bearings. Okay, so it is the outer hole, and then this little spacer, and then through that hole right there. Just gotta thread that through all the way. And it should go in flush like that. And now we're going to lock it in with one of these kind of flat head screws. Very, very thin flat. Oh, actually, it's this one right here. BC3. And I am yawning already, so I'm glad we're almost done. Okay, so that takes care of everything right here. So now let's worry about the dog bone. Actually, let me snap this on one side first. Okay, so there. Actually, I think it's going to be easier for me to snap it onto that. Okay, I need the grease. I have ceramic grease in this tube, in this little syringe. Lock it in like that, and then press down. Easy peasy. Okay, now let's do the other side. Same thing. Oops, it goes. Like that. I just now I realized why some streamers eat on stream, because you're just sitting here and I could go for a little snack right now. Okay. Then put that through. Now, let's do this. Just make sure. All right, there we go. That is the rear drive belt cover. Alrighty, just drive belt tensioner. All right, so let's do this first. Remove, okay. This piece is L3. I'm guessing it's right here. So that should be it right there. And then of course we need the cover itself. And this is kind of a rubbery plastic, which kind of makes sense. And let's get this cover off. Very nicely molded. Oops. There we go. Okay, so let's figure out what I need to remove first. So, what do I need to remove? Like a quarter of this? I guess I need to remove like just a sliver of that so that it can accommodate so it should be this way. Is there something it locks onto? I think it's supposed to line up with that. What is in the way on this side? Okay, there we go. Okay. Covers that whole thing. Very cool. It's a nice fit. And let's take a look at this piece. Kind of just goes in. I see now. Okay, so super awkward to put this together, but I'm going to take their word for it and cut off about 3 millimeters of this. And what would be the best tool for this? Let me think. Let's see, 3 millimeters. Would be about 1, so it would be about there. 1, 2, 3. I think it would be about here. Okay. So this is probably just as good a tool as any to get this off. All right, pretty clean cut. So let's get that on there, and it kind of goes in like this. Okay, and then it overlaps like that. Perfect. And how do they secure this? Let's see. I see a screw here, so let's do that first. BA3 should be one of these. let's put that in there first. And then somehow the screws come from the bottom. Here and there. Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be BC1. And this is not one of them. Well, that's all I have, so this is going to be it. Oops. Kind of just pushed through, it didn't do anything. Let's see. Oh, it should be this hole right here. That's the correct hole. Nope. Not quite lining up. Pretty close though. Let's try again. And the other one should be this one on the inside. Should be that one. Okay. Wow, it's really good looking. Look at that. It's very clean. Fit and finish is nice. So, I think that's it, right? Just 2 screws, 3 screws. And I missed that one. What is this? I missed a piece. I'm supposed to put a piece there first. I thought this was that. Okay, no problem. I can take it apart. NN1. Let's see. NN1. It's that right there. Forgot that whole big piece. No big deal. Can I get this on there without having to take it apart? Let's see. Let's see if I can. I feel like I can, I just don't know if it will break anything. Yeah, see? It's in there. And it needs to line up with this hole right here with this longer screw. like that. It's pretty cool. All three pieces kind of work together as a cover for the belt, and it looks really good. Very cool stuff. All right, glad I didn't have to take that apart. Okay, I think now we are done with the chassis. All is good. Let's see, let's move on back to the dampers. And we're approaching 2 hours. So it looks like our timing is going to be excellent today. So next we're gonna put these kind of rubber caps. I just want to make sure there's no debris on there. A little bit of leakage is totally acceptable. That's a lot of leakage on that one. And that's the one I topped off. No worries. Nothing you can't solve with a paper towel. All right, so let's throw the cap on and we're ready to go. 2, 3, and 4. Ready? Okay, very cool. And screw that on. Tighten those caps, and then we're done with step 25. And we're going to move on to 26. So let's see, attaching the dampers. Let's go ahead and build them first. This is the rear, so these are the rear ones, and the rear ones doesn't look like it has any preload. So let's just put them together. we're going to need just one more piece. It's the V5, which is that right there. So let's get all 4 of those. Three and 4. Okay, so it's the damper and the spring. Pull the spring back and insert this and let it go. And it should look like that. Make another one just like that. Okay, so those 2 are for the rear. For the front, there is a little bit of preload. It's the V6, so we need 2 of those. I believe it's this one. Again, we'll just build it according to the manual, and if anything needs to change after I'm done building it, then we'll change it. So let's put this in there. And this in there, so there's one. And there's the other. Very cool. So those 2 are for the front. And all we have to do is snap these on and we're done with today's stream. Let's see, I have the front right here, and the front ones have the preload, so it's going to be these. And they're going to go right here. And down on the suspension arm down here. There we go. And same on this side. And this side. What the heck happened? Did I forget to put something on? No, but I put these backwards. I installed these arms backwards. Awkward. Let's see how far I have to take this apart to get those out. Quite a bit. Unfortunate. That is going to be quite difficult. I need to take the whole thing off. So I think I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll fix it by tomorrow. I didn't notice that mistake. Made another mistake, Sandwich. I do this quite a bit. I flipped the arms again. I flipped these arms. So I can't snap the front damper on this side because there's no ball stud. And that's because it should be on the other side. And it's not even on the other side. Huh. It was getting late yesterday. I probably missed it. So let's do it here. This on top. Oh, this one's tough. I have to take that whole thing apart, so I'll do it tomorrow afternoon before I stream. I want to bore everybody to death by taking something apart. And it's getting late, so I will fix it off camera. All right, cool. Alrighty. So besides the arms flipping over, we got quite a bit done, and it feels really good. Very nice. Okay, so today let's review what we did. We started on step 18, attaching the rear suspension mount. 19 was attaching the rear arms. 20 was the rear axles. 21 attaching rear gearbox. 22 attaching rear axles. Then we went to 23 attaching drive belt covers. Then we started building the dampers on step 24. We filled it up with damper oil in step 25, and we finished by attaching the dampers onto the chassis on step 26. So tomorrow night we're going to start working on the electronics, and that's going to be interesting. I still have to choose a servo. I'll still use, I think I'll just use a I'll double check the switch. If there's no switch, oh, it's just taped on. If it's just taped on, then I think I'll use a 1060. If it was screwed on onto a certain spot in the car, then I would use the TBLE02S, and I still might. I don't know yet. We'll see, and then I have to decide which servo I'm going to use. I have a low profile 12 kg all the way up to a standard 35 kg. This car is on the heavy side, so I might just go to the heavier servo. But I also have something in between, like 20 kgs. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so tomorrow I think we're going to be able to finish the electronics. The E-bag from 27 to, oh, we're done. Let's see, E36. It's gonna carry us all the way to the end. All right, so I'm not gonna paint the body, of course. I'm going to do that off camera over the weekend. But the stream is not over by any means, because we have to do the body. We have to put the decals. So I think tomorrow night, depending on how the electronics go, if it goes well and it's quick, then we'll include the tires and wheels in tomorrow's stream, and I'll try to get all the way up to 35. Then separately over the weekend, I will paint the body. And so Monday evening, I can stream again and start working on the decals, which should be a lot of fun, which should take us several days. I'm glad we got to a point where it kind of going through this kit pretty fast. It's been a pleasure building this kit so far, other than making that one mistake right here on that arm. See, this should have been my first hint. I thought they just gave me an extra one. This kit has been really clean. Look, no parts left. Not even the E-clip. They really... That's unusual for me, for a Tamiya kit. Usually Tamiya kits have extra parts, but I'm really glad that this kit is so precise. All right, so it's been 2 hours and 11 minutes. It's past 11 p.m. here in Los Angeles. So I think I'm going to call this stream and call it a night. Thank you guys for hanging out, watching my stream, building this Tamiya XV-01 Lancia Delta, and hopefully we can get the chassis complete tomorrow night. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Sandwich. Thanks for always being there. I appreciate it deeply. Maybe I'll jump on the Discord tomorrow and see what's going on with you over there. All right. So you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night.